Good morning. Today we are talking about condo changes and what that means. We've heard a lot of buzz about it, but no one's how it's affecting your sellers and buyers. So let's talk about it. Florida, first of all, has the largest differences in condos. The guidelines require 5% more down in a lot of cases and so forth. So what does it all mean? The first big change that's already taken effect is there's no more limited or streamlined project reviews. So previously, when investors were to buy condos, you didn't really have to think like about if as long as they put 30% down in Florida, about investor ratio, reserves, things like that. And even on a primary residence and a second residence, same thing. The limited review took a lot of those questions away. Well, that has now gone away. So it doesn't matter how much you put down. Everybody is going through the same full review process. How can you streamline this? I think it's really important to have your sellers get as many condo docs as possible and get a lender that you trust. I'm happy to review them. I've done many pilots and so forth that um, help get these things approved beforehand. That way you can make sure you don't run into any hiccups because it is a big factor when it comes to things. And so there are some things that will cost the seller and buyer money, so you can decide how you wanna do this, but also do you wanna get right before closing and have a decline filed because of a condo? So, the condo, questionnaire normally costs around $500 from the HOA. That is a charge directly to the HOA. Um, I do wish that there was one on record that sellers could access, but unfortunately, that's how these HOAs make extra money, so that is a hard thing, but we can kinda do some research and get as much as possible. So if you have any condo listings, please feel free. That is our immediate changes. Those limited reviews and streamlined reviews are gone. Um, and then insurance is huge, obviously. And then starting, I believe I'll get the exact date too. The reserves January 1st. And they did try to push some of this back. There was a lot of lobbies trying to push some of this back because I don't think condos are prepared. Remember, most of your condo boards are ran by a group of volunteers that don't really know the lending guidelines. So they're just trying to meet state, federal guidelines to keep up. So not only a few years ago when we had the collapse in Miami, were you worrying about the SIRS reports, which is the structural engineer reports on there, and adding assessments for that. But now the reserve requirement has went from 10% to 15%. And that may not sound huge, but that's 50% increase. So it just depends on their already existing budget. So these things are really huge. And also the deductibles on the project master policy are changing as well, which the good thing is I think most insurance companies are keeping up with that. And so these are just really important things to understand to help. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to comment them as well. But you can also message me on Instagram. You can email me at ashley@appleyhl.com. I'm happy to get these things reviewed so that you can be knowledgeable and also have more information for your sellers because there's been plenty of times where the buyer's fully qualified and we're trying to get those last minute condo things and maybe they don't have proper insurance, maybe they don't have proper reserves and assessments. And so this is really important, especially in Florida where we already have additional overlays that make it more expensive to own a condo here. And now with investors, it's going to be a lot harder for investors to buy because most condo places are saturated with renters. And so they're on the full review. There are some things in there that prevent them from being able to buy. So it's going to be more cash than anything. But all of it is to just protect the entire building and also Fannie and Freddie from having a bunch of foreclosures. But it also, in my opinion, is eliminating some affordable housing because it's causing these HOAs to go up. It's causing, even though their prices are going down, it takes $20,000 to offset $100. So tell me your thoughts on it. And if you need any more information, I just wanted to bring this to light to everybody so that they can fully understand what it all looks like. And I don't know if there will be more changes going forward. This is just the first set. So if you have any question about full review on condos or what the reserves are going to look like next year, I'm happy to help and answer any questions. Hope this was helpful.